So we can begin. I'll answer all the questions after this, or does maybe I can take maybe two questions. Okay, see no questions, so let's begin. So I'll share my screen. Today we're going to bid for AD Design Architects. We had a problem kidogo with a consultancy on our end. So, but basically it will be the same. What I'll teach you today is basically the same, only for that for consultancy, you guys have to put, encumbrances, per diems, but it will basically be almost the same. I'm sorry, it's quite a short notice, but whatever I'll teach today will also guide you in your bid submission for consultancy. Only that a few things will change, but basically will be the same process. Let us begin. So, allow me to share my screen. Can everyone see my screen? So thank you. Today we'll do non-consultancy. So right here I'm logging in as a supplier, and the first thing you do is a login. I have a company, so we'll use a dummy account. This is a training environment. So I'll just put I have a company here. So let me I'll put that. So sometimes this captcha usually expires, so you have to refresh. So, oh yeah, I'm logging in as Mark Williams for Nax Enterprises. So the first thing you do, we'll search for a tender. So go to open tenders. I'm looking for a tender under cleaning services. So we'll do cleaning services for today. So you have to manage tender. So the first thing you'll see is this page. So manage tender, the tender ID right here. This is the State Department, the tender reference number. It's an open tender, and bid submission date is on 27th. So this is tender for cleaning services. So the first thing you do is accept terms and conditions. So you'll have to read all this. We understand that it's not bound to accept the offer either in full or part. An offer can be rejected either in full or part. To confirm all the details submitted, the responses are true and correct to the best of our knowledge. So the first thing we do is we agree. So terms and conditions accepted successfully. Then we go, if there is a pre-bid query, it will appear here where I'm pointing at. So, but for this, because we don't have a pre-bid query where you can ask any questions or any clarifications you will need, you will ask those questions. It will appear here. So the pre-bid time has ended, so we can't even ask any questions. Now we go to mandatory evaluation requirements. Always click this, the one in orange. So these are the things the procuring entity will ask for you, from you. Basically, it doesn't change from time to time. Whether it's consultancy, you will still be asked for mandatory requirements. So for this one, we have bid security, county government permits, a copy of from NSSF, a valid one, and also a valid work injury benefit policy, certified public health certificate, and tax compliance, and copy of certificate of incorporation or registration certificate. So always begin with the first one. So you'll download this. This is from the procuring entity. You'll say yes, you have compiled. Then you'll choose the file that you've downloaded and filled. But because you're using a dummy account, I have my test file right here. So I'll just put test file open. There it is. So I also have this. So I also choose my test file. So for you, you'll have to attach a bid security from your bank or any financial institution. Well, let's go to county government. You'll have to attach. So yes, I have attached. I'll choose my county government file. So, sorry. Oops. So put our test file right there. NSSF, same. So all these documents you'll have to attach. So it's, for me, I'd advise you to have most of your documents in one folder so that it's very easy to pick and search, so that you know all these folders are in one place. So this one, yes, I have attached. I do have it. Test. Do. So we upload that for that. Tax compliance. Yes, you can. So test. Open. Then yes. Then we put our test file right there. So once that is done, you can now attach, you can now submit. So you have to check all of this. So submit. Mandatory evaluation submitted successfully. So it has to bring the second one, view mandatory evaluation requirements. That at least you know you have done. We go to tender security. So tender security can be of two ways. It can be issued by a bank. I think some of you see places where, yeah, this one, financial institution, so you can select whichever bank you want. But for now, I'll put a financial institution not found because I do not have access to a bank right now. Even for you, if you don't, you have that, you can just do it manually. If you can just ask your bank if they are actually registered in the system. If not, you can just do it manually. For example, let's go with KCB. So branch, let me say Kencom, tender security number. I can just put any random number, KCB 03J stroke 26. Currencies in Kenyan shillings. Today is on 19th. So yes, validity. So I can upload the tender security given by the bank. So I just put my test file for now. Then you submit. You say upload only tender security generated by financial institution system. So once we do that, it asks, are you sure? You say yes, tender security details submitted successfully, and you may need to submit an original copy. Now that is done. So we go to the next. For me, what I do most of the time, I'd start with the financial form, then come to the form of tender so that I know what amount I want to put. So let's do this. You can begin in any way you want. It's just a way I prefer to start with the financial first. So for those who have been through the system, you'll notice that most of the time, I think for the past months or so, most of this you had to feel on your own. But now the system has been enhanced. You can only fill in two places. You had like 20 columns to fill, but now the system has been enhanced. You can only do two, which I think is commendable. So for cleaning, let me say how much are we going to use? Most cleaning contracts go for probably year to year. Let me just put 3 million. Yeah, let's do 3 million. Let me see. Is there a question? Okay. No question. So let's do 3 million. So the capacity building levy is 900. Any applicable taxes, so whether you do VAT, so 16% of VAT, I'll probably, let's just give it a random number. So let me put 91,000. No, let me put 9 so that we get 3.1. So 9, 100. Yeah, let's do that. So once you do that, it will calculate for us. So I'll take this number right here. I'll copy this. So I'll submit. So bidding form submitted successfully. So it has to bring a bit of 4 columns. This 1, 2, 3, 4 to know you filled. And always take note of this. This is very important. So fill all mandatory bidding forms. Fill at least one bidding form with each envelope and upload bids supporting documents here. This is the bid supporting documents. Some may have, some may not have. So ukijaribu na ikatae, just know you have to upload supporting documents, but always upload supporting documents just in case. So what I'll do is go to form of tender. So you will have to go through this: no reservation, eligibility, tender proposal, conformity. We offer, provide. So you go through all that. Now this is lot 1. So I'll paste what I had. So that is 3,100,000. There it is. This is in Kenyan shillings. This is not lots, so this is not applicable. So not applicable, not applicable. Here I'll just put 0.1, because if I put 0, saying please enter value greater than 1. So anytime you get this, just put either 0.1 or 1, because you already put not applicable on this side. So for me, I really like putting 0.1. You put a, no, this is for the whole lot. Like usually when you quote for cleaning services, you put the whole amount. Sometimes it's paid either in quarterly or a lump sum. So you just not for one cleaner. When you're doing cleaning services, you have a company that provides that cleaning services as a whole. So yeah, so we'll just put 3.1. It's not for one cleaner. So we'll just put 0.1 right there. Commissions, gratuities, that one is not applicable. Not applicable. I mean, if it's applicable for you, fine. But for me, just because of time, I just put not applicable. I think here 0. You see, if I try to put 0. So just put 0.1. That one will do. So the next place you go is state-owned enterprise or institution. We are not a state-owned enterprise. So you say, yes, we are not a state-owned enterprise. Then we are a state-owned enterprise. So that one you put no. Sawa? We okay up to there? So this, we confirm that the information given is correct, and we understand that giving false information will lead to disqualification. We say yes. So the name, so for example, I just use this guy is called Mark. He is the director, and the date for today is 19th. So submit. So we are done with form of tender. So if I'll map a document. So you can always upload. Maybe you have your own form of tender, but for me, this is a dummy account. Just put test. Just say. So it's a win for everyone. So I can either add to the document library, but I mean, form of tenders changes from time to time, so there's no need. So I'll upload that document uploaded successfully. So that is done. So if you come back here, this display says that if ukiona display, it shows that you have actually uploaded a document. Let's go to the next. Tender's details. This was Vijana Enterprise. Can you guys still hear me? I'll answer most of your questions once I'm done. So you can just hold on to the questions. So which country are we in? This is Kenya. Yeah, registration. Let's go with 2015. Legal address. I'll just put Kenya also. JV means joint venture. So if a joint venture does not apply to you, there's no need to fill. But now you can't leave an empty form. So what we'll do is just put not applicable. This is not applicable. This is not applicable. And this is not applicable. So also, tenderers, JVs, member authorized representative information. This is still not a joint venture. If you guys have a joint venture, that's cool. This is not a joint. So for me, it doesn't apply here. Then for have you attached? Yes. So you have to read articles of incorporation. Have you attached? You see copies of original documents attached. So for Kenyan tenderers, a tax compliance certificate, TCC. So you say yes, we'll attach that. Articles of incorporation, yes. In case of JV, letter intent. So this is not for me. I've gone with I don't. For me, a joint venture does not apply, so I'll put no. In case of a state-owned, I'm not a state-owned enterprise, so I'll just put no. Including charts, yeah. For most cleaning services, you have to put a chart or an onogram. So I'll put yes. So this is, I'm pretending this is not a sole proprietor. We'll go like this is a private limited company. So I am not a sole proprietor. Age, it's not applicable. This is not applicable. Not applicable. Citizenship, not applicable. So don't, if you try and leave anything blank, the system will not allow. So partnership details, still, this is not applicable, not applicable, not applicable. Now let's go. Maybe here, this is where we're interested. Yeah. If a sole proprietor applies to you, you'll fill here with your name, age, nationality, then all of this will probably be not applicable for you. Same goes to a partnership, but for us, we're going with C, a registered company. So we'll go with a private. Let's put a nominal capital of about 40 million. No, it's 40 million can do. List of directors. If you have 2 or more directors, you can always add a row here. So you can put a name was Mark Williams. Nationality, I'm Kenyan. Citizenship, Kenyan. Percentage, I'm the sole proprietor, so I own the whole farm. Is there a person in the procuring entity? No, I don't. This is like saying you are disclosing a linear of interest in the procuring firm, but yeah, so we just say no. Unless you know someone, maybe watu mnajuana huku kwa procurement, but the best way is you say no. Relationship, name of the person, hatumjui. We don't know. Interest, brother, sister, uncle, godfather. It's your own choice, but not applicable. The tenderer is directly or indirectly. This is the conflict of interest. We are here. So type of conflict, tenderer is directly or indirectly controlled or under control with. This one you put no. Also, this you just put no. Because at this point you're declaring conflict of interest. And we don't have conflict of interest with anyone. We are honest citizens. Tumekuja kutafuta kazi, so no. So we have no legal representation. We don't have a relationship. No. So most of this is just no. Because you say yes, you're declaring a conflict of interest. Now, sometimes you might submit, but hujajaza hapa. It's very important or paramount ujaze hapa, even if it does not. So you just put not applicable or no. So if it's yes, but we'll just put not applicable as indicated here. So not applicable, not applicable, not applicable. Let's copy so that we go fast. Not applicable. So yeah, we're done with the conflict of interest disclosure. We confirm that everything we have said is true. So we say yes. My name again is Mark Williams. I'm a director. And today's date is on 19th. We submit. So bidding form submitted successfully. So as you can see, there's a difference between the one we uploaded a document and the one we did not, we haven't. So there's a dash. So I'll upload the documents later on. So let's go to 40%. This is usually for foreign tenderers. you're working on the PPRA to at least remove this, especially if it doesn't apply to us. So let's do not applicable. Description of item, source, subcontracts from, if you're doing subcontracting, you can put it here. You can describe the location of the source, cost in Kenyan shillings, comments if any. Always check if there's anything you have not filled, because ukifika huko chini haita nini. You see, like I'd left this. So 0.1 and not applicable. So local materials, if local materials applies to you, if this applies to you, you can. But for us, I pretend, you're pretending, it doesn't apply to us. So 0.1, because I mean, if you're doing cleaning, all of these are locally sourced because we are locals. Not applicable. We left anything at the end? Nope. Use of local plant and material equipment. Let's put this 0.1. Comments, if any. I don't have any comments, so no. Any other items, you can put any a work item by adding, but for me, it doesn't apply. 0.1 comments, if any, not applicable. Cost of local content. I mean, if local content applies to you, you can put let's give it a try. Let's put 1,000 or 10,000. If not, we can put 0. As we say, it doesn't apply to us, so 0. Submit. We have left something, you see, can go. So there's something we have not, so I have to check again. What have I left? The system will always tell you, I'm gonna let you know what hasn't been done. I want to guess it's this, because so let me just put a random number and put 1. It has gone. So if it doesn't apply to you, just put a number, but probably 0.1 and 1%. It will go 1, 1. Then let's go to historical non-performance. This is you're saying you didn't perform contracts, so I mean we've been performing throughout our years. So I'll put did not occur since. So yes. Details of non-performed contracts, tenderers. As we've been performing, we've been always delivering our contracts on time. So up and Taweka, CC we've been performing. This doesn't apply to us. Joint venture name, performed portion of us we've been performing. Contract name, nope. Name of procuring entity, contract number, reasons for non-performance, contract amount, do your base submission in the system. And perform portion of the contract in percentage, so 0. Pending litigation, according to section 3, evaluation and application criteria. We don't have any pending litigation. We don't. So this joint venture, ours is not a joint venture. Contract name, contract number, procuring entity, matter in dispute. See, in the live environment, you'll get an extra one saying not applicable. So this is the training environment. It only has 2. And in the live environment, there's another one saying not applicable. So just put procuring entity. reason for amount. I put a letter itakataa, so I have to put 0.1 currency equivalent to 0.1. You'll be finding them litigation list history. Remember to there is no litigation history for our company. If you have a litigation history, you'll have to put yes. Document library. Then let's go to details of litigation history. Not applicable. Not applicable. Not applicable. You are free at all. You are valid to not applicable. You can have for you contact number. Not applicable. In one place, and you can access this document even without having your laptop. You don't have your spot procuring entity. Any this does not apply to us. 0.1. And you submit. Bidding form submitted successfully. You wake up in the morning and you have to go and do something. So for consultancy, it will almost be the same, but it will be tailored for the consultancy. So you have to fill it. So always fill financial situation position. Let's go 2025. Total assets. And you are also let's say 10 million. You thought it was a get in, get out kind of situation. And by bad luck or good luck, you find yourself you're spending some time in so what do? Unaingia cyber cafe. Documents zako siulizia kwa nyumbani. Utakuwa ukipita nyumbani kuambia house girl aende kwa laptop akutumie nini no documents uliingia, si ndio? And you can go to the tender. Again, we know you are people, you are directors of companies. So you are outside looking for. I'm just guessing numbers, but for you, you'll have to see what the total equity, total liabilities, and total assets you have. So for me, I'm just guessing numbers here. So this is 2 million. Working capital, current liabilities, and working capital. So currency. In the system. Put it in Kenya shillings. So for this, you'll have to statement of financial position from the balance sheet. So you'll check on your balance sheet, the total assets, total liabilities, net worth, assets, liabilities, working capital, and currency. So this is our income statement. So you can always add row. So 2025, total revenue for 2025, we made about, from the contracts we got, I'll say we made about 5 million. Then we have the tab for tender, which is our profits before taxes. I'm going to show you how to navigate on that 5.5. And then we have the tab for contract, because you are participating in a tender with the end result of you winning the tender. Cash flow. You win a tender. Where do you go? I mean, if any one of you is interested, you can also add 2024. This is where you get your video. Made about 3 million. Here is also where you define your milestones and also 3.2. Submit your invoice to the procuring entity. So you can always add your income statement from your financial statements, cash flow. So 2025, cash flow from operating activities. Let's go with 2.5. This is Kenya shillings. Sources of finance. This is a place where you we'll see where our money comes from. So and say line of credit. Open the tenders, it tells me such, and we have types of tenders in the eGP. We have the open tenders, and I believe so tender and it's what an open tender entails. An open tender is open to everyone, either nationally or internationally. We are familiar with that one. This does not have preference. Is anyone hearing my background?
It can be an international tender where we can receive tenders from China, Singapore,
Someone has decided to use a microphone near where I am. But let's just continue. So the tenderer and its parties shall provide copies of financial statements. So yes, we will. And this is yes. Will average turnover 2025. Amount put 3 million. Currencies in Kenyan shillings. Exchange rate.
So that when
not applicable to us.
we have sent you a quotation.
Kenyan equivalent. I'll just put financial resources.
So I'm going to click on the tendering method. And we have one tender that has been mapped to this company. If we go to
just a minute, let me see if I can tell these guys to mute their mics. Just give me a minute. Can you hear me now? Has the background noise stopped? So, let's continue. Sorry about that. So yeah, we're at financial resources. Uh, let's put number one. Also financing. What did we put here? Line of credit. Uh, Amount equivalent is let's put a random amount there. Current contract commitments and works in progress. So let's say we have work name of contract, so cleaning services, procuring entities contracts, address, let's guess 134. Value outstanding, they owe us about 1.2. Estimation completion date, let's put it at the end of the month. Average monthly invoicing for the last 6 months, so put about 700,000. Yeah. So yeah, so you can add as much. So you have multiple running contracts, so you can add as much as you want. So for now, let's submit this. Next is equipment. So you get some cleaning contracts, have a lorry, a van. So let's say they have a dump lorry. So this is what we'll say, maybe a 4-truck. I don't know how a truck, how much the rating of a CC for a truck is? 6,000. Anyone? Truck inakuanga CC ngapi? All right, just put 6,000. Oh, model. Sorry. 4-truck. FD. So capacity. Put a 6,000 cc, year of manufacture 2020. Current location and put it in Nairobi. It's committed to, let's say, which contract do you put? It's still doing work with, let's say, Nairobi County Government. And this is owned, it's not leased, so you have 3. This is owned, rented, leased, or specifically manufactured. So we own it outright. So if you have more equipment, you can add it here. So equipment ownership, whichever equipment you have. So you have address, telephone. So we can put let's put one. Let's say floor scrubber. Address, its own address. Telephone 011 011. Contact name, my name, Mark Williams. Mobile number, still copy this. Email is com. Agreements, it's owned. So, and then we submit. So bidding form submitted successfully. This is declaration from Form 2. So committed duration of a contract. So let's say we already committed on a certain contract. So when are we available to work on this contract? Because our previous contract ilikuwa inaisha huko. we are available. Third, then time commitment, I'll still put the same. Let's say our contract is ending somewhere in November. So I'll put November 12th. So yeah, we have so that. So here is where you put your contracts, contractors representative. So I have Amin Dada. The title is let's say assistant manager. Put it on that. Then say supervisor. So that one is done. So you see, our Nini is reducing. We had like 4 errors, but now we have 2. So general experience, what experience do you have in your company? So just put 1, can put as many as you want. So from 2020, let's go 2025, 2026, cleaning, fumigation, brief description of the works performed. Just put the same. Fumigation. Amount of the contract, let's put it at 3 point. Can I go with 3.2 million? Name of procuring entity. Let us put it at let's say Ministry of Education. Address is just say private. So go to next. Specific contract management experience. Similar contract number. Just put so say I had another contract at Ministry of Works. Put it as the same. We got it awarded. Tujipe award date ya lini? Same. I'll put it at January 10th. A year later. Subcontractor there. Amount 2.5. If this is not applicable for us, Ministry of Works. Telephone number, email. So description of this one you can also put it as the same. So we'll just repeat what you've done here. Because it's a description of similarity in accordance to sub-factor 4.2a of section 3. So this is almost the same. So just read the same. Amount 2.5. Physical size of required works items. So How much do we put it here? Say meter square, non-complex methods to just cleaning. But mostly this one you put it for construction. This is construction rate for key activities. Yeah, this is for construction. This one does not even apply to us. Construction rate for key activities, not applicable. So we are almost done with this. So key personnel. Let's put our first person as a title was a supervisor. Name of candidate. Duration of appointment. 2019. She's available. Let's put one cleaner. So cleaner. Put handsome. Duration of appointment. He joined our company last year. So also they're available from 8 to from 8 to 5. Yes. So you can put key personnel here and fill this list according to how many personnel you have. For consultants, you can put who's in your consulting team and their availability. Oh, I skipped one. Seems so. Also, this is key activity. So we have experience in key activities, quantity, volume, performed under the contract. We have description of key activities according to subsection 0.2 and section 3. So you'll have to fill this. Anyway, this you'll fill. Because of time, I'll just put not applicable for me, so that at least they move fast. Completion dates. So quantity, volume. Let's put 2025. Quantity in the contract. Email. Description of key activities according to subsection 2. Hii mtajaza those who do cleaning services. Sorry. So you've submitted that successfully. So tumebaki na ya mwisho, a technical evaluation form. So we have general experience of the farm works for the last 2 years. Yes, we'll attach our experience, at least 2 POs. So we'll attach that. Specific experience for the farm. So say yes, we'll attach. Recommendation, we need at least recommendation from 5 clients. Yes, bank statements for audited financial statements. So yes, we'll attach that also. Provide details of any relevant certifications or trainings. Yes. And provide methodology, work program, schedule of cleaning. Yes. This maximum score will be based on what you guys will submit. So if you submit all the requirements, you'll get maximum score. If you only give out 2, you'll probably get 7 or 6, according to the PE's marking scheme. So line of credits, we'll attach that, and we'll attach that. So we need at least 9. So in the technical evaluation form, you have to remember what they've asked for. So we'll attach most of what they are asking for. For example, let's just go with a test file. Open. Let's say uh, proof of work. I mean, you can add this to your document library so that every time you don't have to keep on uploading. So that is done. You can choose. Let's just choose 2 files. Let's go with what else did they ask for? Let's put live credits from our retail accounts. So load. So here are our documents. So you can put as many, but the best thing I think for especially if you have just add it to the library so that you don't have to be uploading. You will only come here and map. So you only just tick map. So we've mapped our documents. So you see this is filled. So for this, I just upload one document. I can show you how. Let's go with let me just do one. Let's do test. Let's take our test file. Let us open. Let's just do test 1. Let's add it to the document library. Now, when you add it to the document library, you have the business additional business. So for you guys, you have to choose which one you will use. You can choose one of each depending on what you want to upload, and it goes to your document library. So for me, let me go with this, then upload. So you see test 1 is there. So if you go to the second one, the third, if I go to map documents, you see I have my test here. So instead of going, upload, then I search for the file, wherever it is, I can just do mapped successfully. So you can just, I think that's a better way of moving faster through the system. So we'll just use that as an example. So I'll only just be picking this one document so that you can go a little bit faster. To see, we still have a mapped document here. So this is way faster than searching for a document one by one. So I think for you guys, it's just better to have most of your documents, like common ask documents mapped in the system, so that it's easier and you don't have to be going back and forth looking for a document. You just update and you come and map to the required category. Almost done. I have 4 more documents. So let's just map this. Go back. You see, even we had an error here. You guys remember we had an error, but it has disappeared. So can even pick two documents and map. You see, no documents found. They're already mapped. So basically, that is, to me, that's the most easiest way to do it. You can even choose experience, go back. That is already mapped. So you don't have to map everything also. Just map what is required. Because, for example, for let's take an example for foreigners percent this tender, that is not a must. So only map what is required of you by the procuring entity. We didn't map this, so I'll just take this also. You can have your own price schedule from, so you can map. So you see, if you've attached any document, all this will be written display. All of this. That means you have attached a document to that form. So now once you're done, you are sure everything has been done. You see, this is edit tender security. You can edit. You can always edit or you can view what you've put. So all your documents are here. And yeah, once that is done, everything of ours has. This is the final submission. We have reference document all the way up to technical evaluation. We also have a financial reference documentation. If you don't attach, if there's something missing, the system will not allow you to proceed into pressing this final submission. So once you're okay, you use everything of yours is fine, you breathe in and you say final submission, get an OTP sent to your phone, you verify, and it has said bid submitted successfully from IP dash dash dash. So that concludes today's training. Now I think I can start taking questions. Where has this thing been? So any questions? Let's see. Let's go with Beatrice. If an account has created a new user, why is it that the new user cannot accept terms and conditions? You can check the rights you have given to that user and see if they have the rights. Because if you are a system admin for your company, you can give people rights also. How do you include required documents? This is from Tenders Flametic Limited. I think I've shown you just map the documents, or you search. You can go to upload, then search those documents one by one and upload as many documents. From that requirement, they needed like 8 documents, so you can upload. So when you upload, all those 8 documents will be there. For joint venture from A001 cells, that one we need. I'll ask for a training next time because a joint venture is different from what you are doing today. Another other event has to have to nominate then they have to accept. It will be the lead, then supplier. After AD design architects after submitting a bid and extension is offered. I can't see an edit or modify option, but only withdraw. If you withdraw, you can submit. Yes. Follow up with the results. These are reports. Will be given. Let me, where is a you see, I don't know if you can see my screen, but tender opening report will be displayed once it is shared with you. So you'll get a tender opening report once it is shared. So you can always, once you log into the portal, even if you're not successful, you'll see the results. Remember how we used to go to somewhere, then yes, this one, it will, once they are done with tender opening, it will display. Once they are done with evaluation, the system will automatically generate a report for you to view. Any other question? Can take maybe 3 more. Elizabeth, do you, if you decide to use someone else's ID, then you'll definitely need probably a power of attorney because you're using the ID to register and also their consent. Siku umechukua ID ya mtu huko nje na umenini, but as per now the eGP is allowed to register at least 2 companies. So what you'll do is once you input your ID, for example 220, and it gives you duplicate ID found. So what you will do, just remove the first number and the last, then so namba ya kwanza na namba ya mwisho, toa ya kwanza rudisha, toa ya mwisho rudisha. That error should disappear. So you can try that, then let us know. Jael, how do you go about a message sent after the meeting? It says clarification needed by. So let me get this straight, Jael. You're saying you submitted a tender, then it's in. You submitted a tender, submitted bidding that says clarification needed by board. That means there is a clarification they need from you. Because when they are doing evaluation, probably something is not clear. So they'll send you a message for clarification. If an account is fully registered, why can it be found in the JV partnership? I think you need to be invited by one or invite someone by one. Also check if your account has been approved. Because if they can't find you, either one, they have not invited you, or two, your account has not been approved yet. Jacqueline, you teach for a new sole proprietor business with no financials. How do you go about missing documentation? Now that one is tricky because you see, for an entity, they probably need someone with an experience. So you can start with small, build those POs, then finally go to the big tenders. Elizabeth, yes. So I'm saying, Elizabeth, it will probably accept, now I think it will probably accept 2 IDs. So what you do, put your ID, it will probably say duplicate ID found. Toa nini ya kwanza, the first name, the first number, sorry, rudisha. Then toa ya mwisho, rudisha. I think that duplicate ID thingy will go and you can continue. Oh yes, the message. I understand. There's a system glitch. There are some who get the message There's some who don't get the message, but we asked our developers to look into it. Then we can't seem to find click. What if you go to the dashboard and see? Usually at the dashboard you can see clarification needed. Go to the dashboard, company profiles, G tenders, then hapo tu chini you should find. Joanne, if you want to check if your company has been approved, what you'll do is go to eGP Kenya under registered suppliers, then search your company. If it doesn't bring it hapo chini in this color, sijui orange, jua it has not been approved yet. So just go to eGP Kenya. There's a nini for registered supplier. You will just search to hapo. If your name comes, it's been registered. If it doesn't, then either your account is pending, au kumaliza, or it has not been approved yet. How can be one invited? This one, Anne will have a lesson about it, how joint ventures are done. So don't worry. This one is in the works. Nancy, what happens when the person filling the tender is not the director but an employee? No, I mean, you've given them the rights to fill in the tender, so you don't need a power of attorney. Huyu ni mfanyikazi wako. Approval takes about a week, so kindly help to Godwin. Kindly help to verify KRA PIN under. So Godwin, if you find a KRA PIN error, it's probably because KRA hasn't linked it to your BRS. So most of the time, enter to KRA, ask them to link it to your BRS. That is, hiyo ni error inakuanga hapo. Most of the time. Just go to KRA and ask them to link your BRS to your PIN. Billy, how can I know what is pending for approval? You can, first of all, you have to search. I mean, there are two ways to know if, first of all, you completed your profile. The first method is, first of all, you join your account, like you log in into your account. If you find someone is still asking you for, create profile, then preview and final submission, you are not done. So you have to complete that process up to the end. Then as your once inasema has submitted to Treasury pending approval, that's when you know bado inangoja approval. Yes. So if your company has not been approved, yes, you can type. So it's for letter. Joe, it has not been approved yet. So for example, Vincent, niambie jina ya kampuni yako. No, like the name is called Vincent. The company name is called Vincent. So, haina shida. You see here, register this registered supplier. So if I do search Vincent, there's Vincent Hill Consultants Limited. You are already approved. So if that's your company, then you are approved. That's the only way you can find if you are approved or not. And please approve Sawa. I can look into that. Let me just ask my colleague to take note of those two companies. Then you will probably get your approval by end of day. Yes, you can withdraw and resubmit. Once you submit, it's like you want to remove, then start again. So you cannot edit. You can only edit before you submit. So if you make a mistake, you can withdraw and then you resubmit. Last question, guys. I'll look into your company also. This is BFAL Engineering Enterprise. So no problem. I'll look into it. You can search it probably at the end of the day. You'll probably get an approval by then. Engcons Limited. So also that I've taken note. So if they are not approved, I'll look into it and you'll probably get your approval by then. Sawa? Let's check 24 interactive. Okay. Sawa. Sawa. No problem. Thank you for your time. Okay, one last question, Beatrice. In case where you have created a new user, it appears that he or she can only accept terms and conditions of tenders. Oh yes, so probably you can check if you assign the rights to that new user to do that work. So you can either give them all the rights and remove the rights for like maybe to create another user so that uweze kupata kila kitu. So remove yenye anaweza create another user, so the admin rights, and give them all the other rights. So yeah, I think that is that. So thank you guys. I hope I have how do you give rights then? When you go to eGP, I don't know if there's a manual for I think there's a manual for under supply registration. This I think that can be answered there. If not, you can always visit us at Kisim Towers. We'll be glad to help. Any pending issue, you can write to support@egpkenya.go.ke and it will be sorted in a jiffy. Cousin had already responded to that. Yes, you can. It might be tricky, but yes, you can register more than one company right now. Just remove the first number, the last number, and re-enter it with your ID. It should work. Thank you guys. Thank you for the wonderful time. I hope you can enjoy your day, and I hope this lesson has been helpful. So, have a great day.